The Third Testament, Section 6, Chapter 24 to 27. The Work of God. Chapter 26, Other Worlds. The Universal Light of Christ. 1. Once I told you, I am the light of the world because I spoke as man and because men knew nothing of beyond their little world. Now in spirit I tell you, I am the universal light that illuminates the life of all worlds, heavens and homes, that enlightens all beings and creatures and gives them life. 308, 4. 2. I am the eternal sower. Already before I came to earth and was called Jesus by men, I was already the sower, already knew me by those who were beyond materialization, error or ignorance, those who inhabited spiritual regions and homes, which you do not yet know, nor can you imagine. 3. Of those who knew me before I came to earth, I sent many to you to bear witness to me in the world, to announce the coming of Christ, the love and word of the Father. Of those, some were prophets, others were pioneers, and still others were apostles. 4. This world is not the only one in which my steps have left traces. Wherever a Redeemer was needed, I was present. 5. But I must tell you that on other worlds my cross and my cup was removed by the renewal and love of your brothers and sisters, while here, in this world, after many centuries, I am still crowned with thorns, martyred on the cross of your imperfections, and still drinking the cup with bile and vinegar. 6. Since my work of love includes salvation for all mankind, I await you with infinite patience, and I have granted to every human being not only one but many opportunities for his ascension, and have waited for the awakening of all those who have sunk into deep lethargy for many ages. 211, 26 to 29. 7. On the ladder to perfection there are many steps. In the spiritual valley and in the endless world spaces there are many worlds. But verily, I tell you, I have always made myself known to all, and according to the spiritual stage of the world on which they are, my revelation has been among them. 219, 34u. 8. While human creatures discuss my deity, my existence, and my teaching, there are worlds where I am loved in perfection. 9. At the same time that some have attained the greatest spiritual purity, your planet is experiencing a time of great moral and spiritual depravity. 217, 65 to 66. The spiritual connection between the worlds. 10. My divine light shines everywhere, wherever you seek me, you will find my presence. 11. I am the Father who works so that harmony may begin to reign among all his children, both those who inhabit the earth and those who live on other worlds. 12. Spiritual harmony among all beings will reveal great knowledge to them, will bring them spirit-to-spirit dialogue, which will shorten distances, bring the absent nearer and remove fronts and boundaries. 286, 1 to 3. 13. Man will make great strides towards spiritualization. His spirit will be able to transcend human boundaries and reach higher worlds of life, to communicate with his brethren and receive the light they have to offer him. 14. He will also be able to descend to the planes of life where beings of lesser development, retarded beings, are to be found, to help them to leave behind their miserable existence and move them to a better life plan. 15. The ladder on which the spirit ascends to its perfection is very long. On it you will meet beings of infinitely many different levels of development, and you will offer them some of what you possess, and they, in turn, will give you some of their spiritual wealth. 16. Then you will discover that this is not the only world struggling for its improvement. You will experience that on all planets the spirit is developing, that it is moving and growing on all in fulfillment of its destiny, and I want you to equip yourselves to make a covenant with all your brothers, to exchange with them in that holy desire to know, love and assist one another. 17. Do it in my name and in unconditional obedience, by means of your thoughts. As you begin this exercise, you will gradually come to understand their requests, their teachings and their benefits. 18. I long for you to be in harmony with your brethren on and off this planet, which is your home at this time. Make bonds of friendship, ask for help when you need it, and also rush to the aid of those who ask you for what you possess. 320, 44-46. Getting to know other worlds and ways of life. 19. You have often asked me what is beyond this world, and whether those stars that orbit in space are worlds like yours. 20. My answer to your curiosity has not completely lifted the veil of mystery, since I see that you do not yet have the necessary development to understand, nor the spirituality necessary to harmonize with other worlds. 21. You have not yet recognized and understood the teachings offered to you by the planet on which you live, and already you want to search for other worlds. You have not been able to become brothers among yourselves, the inhabitants of the same world, and you want to discover the existence of beings on other worlds. 22. For the first time it shall suffice for you to remember that I told you in the second time, in the Father's house there are many dwellings, and that I now, confirming those words, tell you that you are not the only inhabitants of the universe, and that your planet is not the only inhabited one. 23. To the generations of tomorrow it will be given to see open the gates which will bring them nearer to other worlds, and they will rightly admire the Father. 24. Goodness and love, from which charity and peace will blossom, will be the keys that will open the doors of mystery, whereby men will take a step towards universal harmony. 25. Today you are still isolated, limited, handicapped, because your self-interest has made you live only for the world, without aspiring to the freedom and elevation of the spirit. 26. What would become of you, vain people, beings who have become small through their materialism, if you were allowed to reach other worlds before you had freed yourselves from your human faults? What would be the seed you sow? Discord, excessive ambition, vanity. 27. Verily I say to you, in order to obtain that knowledge which every man longs for, and that revelation which frees his mind from the questions which torture him and arouse his curiosity, man will have to purify himself very much and watch and pray. 28. It will not be science alone that will reveal my secrets to him. It is necessary that that desire for knowledge be inspired by spiritual love. 29. Once men's lives reflect spirituality, I tell you, they will not even have to make an effort to research beyond their world, for at that time they will be visited by those who inhabit higher homes. 292, 3-11. The determination of the stars. 30. In your Father's house there are many dwellings, which are the infinite steps of the ladder leading to perfection. From there the spiritual world descends to make itself known among you. 31. You have asked me many times from spirit to spirit about the reason for the presence of those immeasurable number of stars and those planets shining above your world, and you have said to me, Master, are those worlds empty? 32. But I tell you, the time has not yet come when I reveal it to you completely. When man attains spirituality, only then will he be given great revelations, and he will be able to commune from spirit to spirit with those beloved beings of my divinity, and then the exchange of ideas will take place between all the brethren. 33. But you shall know already today, all worlds are inhabited by my creatures, nothing is empty, all are blessed fields and gardens, cared for by Mary, the embodiment of divine tenderness. 34. The Holy Spirit will again transmit through your mouth high teachings unknown to you and to mankind. When, beloved people? Then, when spiritualization and devotion to your mission reigns with you. 312, 10-12. 35. Look, my people, look at the heavens, look closely at them, and you will see that in every star there is a promise, a world awaiting you. These are worlds of life promised to the children of God, and which you will all inhabit, for you will all know my kingdom, which was not created for certain beings only, it was created as the universal home in which all the children of the Lord will be united. 12,24.